All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give our praises to Yahawah, BASHIM, YAHAWASHI, BASHIM, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole collective Israel. And the title of this lesson is going to be after a precept in 2 Maccabees, the 4th chapter, in the 15th verse. And it goes, not setting by the honor of their fathers, but lacking the glory of the Grecians, best of all. And, basically, that's going to be about 2/3 of our own people who seek after the glory of men and not after the glory of Yahweh Shai. That, the ones that have put off the ways of Yahweh Shai and chose the way of the heathen. And you go into the Bible dictionary, and the word Grecians is basically Jews that made Greek their tongue, right? They've been Hellenized. This is going into the Gentiles, right? The aliens of the covenant of the Most High. Ones that chose the ways of men, right? And separated themselves because of their rebellion and their stiff heart and stiff neck, turned away from the Most High and become enemies of the Most High. All right, this is that same wicked generation, 2/3, that always comes back, right? That dishonors the ways of the righteous fathers and follows after their wicked fathers. All right, the same ones that put all the prophets to death, the same ones that put Yahawashi on the cross, all right, the same ones that vexed the Most High in the wilderness, after he delivered them, after the Most High delivered them out of Egypt. All right, and the same ones the Most High swore that would not enter into His rest. Okay, this is that rebellious people. All right, like it says in Isaiah the 30th chapter. All right, this is that rebellious people, lying children that would not hear the law of Yahweh Shai. All right, the Most High said, pray not for this people. Okay, because, the Most High, what? I think it says in Isaiah 65th chapter, I have spread out my hands all the day unto rebellious people, which walketh in a way that was not good after their own thoughts. So, going into these, you can see the picture of these black fraternities. Okay, they have these Greek names, Alpha, Beta, and I don't know, Kappa, and all these, Greek customs, these Greek ways. All right, you go into universities, these are the customs of the heathen. All right, and they don't teach you the ways of Yahweh Shai. They teach you the ways of the heathen. Okay, and that's why the Most High calls 2/3 of our own people heathens. All right, because it tells you that in Matthew's 18th chapter. Okay, and says them that will not hear, unto the church, but neglect to hear the church, let them be unto thee as a heathen man and a publican. So this is again, this lesson is going to be going to 2/3 of our people. All right, they're getting ready to be cut off and die. All right, like it says in Zechariah 13th chapter. All right, because of their rebellion. All right, not all Israel is Israel. All right, but I'm going to get this lesson started. I'm going to start here in Amos chapter 9, start at verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord Yahweh. Okay, Most High saying his eyes, behold, his eyes are upon the sinful kingdom. Okay, this precept was originally talking about our own people. All right, and it still pertains to our own people. Okay, because naturally, our people, all right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are righteous people. All right, you've been given the law, statutes, the commandments of the Heavenly Father. But what happens is you choose the ways that are not good for you. Right, you choose the ways of the heathen, all right, which are not good. Okay, we're supposed to be an example to the other heathen nations of what righteousness should be. Okay, this is what we have been constantly getting in trouble for as a people. All right, it's following after the ways of the heathen and not after the ways of our righteous fathers, or after the ways of Yahweh Shai. Okay, so here it is. The Most High saying his eyes are upon that sinful kingdom. Okay, this is talking about 2/3 of our own people. All right, of course, in today's time, it's talking about Esau's kingdom. All right, and his kingdom being cut off and destroyed. But that's why scriptures say, though hand joining hand. All right, both 2/3 of our own people and Esau, Edom, are getting ready to be cut off and die. All right, because of their deeds. All right, but the last part of this precept, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob. That's talking about the elect. All right, because even though 2/3 of our people are gonna be cut off, they will be righteous in the kingdom. They will still be in the kingdom of heaven. All right, because all Israel is going to be saved. Okay, but 2/3 have to go through a purging process, which is different from the elect. All right, their purging process is going to be these nuclear missiles. All right, whatever calamity comes upon them in their household. All right, but nonetheless, they will still be in the kingdom. But it's just biblical prophecy that there's going to be this separation. There's a separation going on within the house of Israel. Okay, but I'm continuing just Amos 9:9. For lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel exactly among all nations, like as corn is sifted in a sieve. Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. All right, again, that separation process. All right, and it says the Most High is going to sift the house of Israel. That goes into like it says right here, sift the house of Israel among all nations, because we know because of the curses we've been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, so our people all over the place. All right, here in so-called America, being Babylon the Great, and around the whole entire globe. All right, because we've been scattered. All right, again because of the curses. All right, again going into our rebellion. All right, but nonetheless, there's vessels that the Most High is gonna have mercy on, and that's His elect. All right, going into the wheat and the tares. Okay. Though we look the same, all right, but we're not the same. All right, 2/3 and 1/3 are not the same. All right, there's a huge difference. Okay, and that difference between, that difference is that the Most High is gonna cut off 2/3 and He's gonna reserve 1/3. Okay, but eventually they'll again do all come together. 2/3 will be in the kingdom. But nonetheless, on this side, in this first go around, all right, 2/3 are going to be cut off. Okay, but this is continuing Amos chapter 9 verse 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. Saying that the Most High is pacified, that the things that they do are not seen. Okay, and the Most High will not remember the things that they have done. All right, and the Most High's mercy is so great that He will just forgive them all in the end. All right, which He will, but not on this side. All right, the Most High is going to cut them off and number them to the sword. All right, because of their wicked ways and because of their rebellion, and they put the Most High to shame, so they're going to be put to shame. But continuing to the next precept, this is Hosea chapter 4, and start at verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. All right, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Our people are just stupid. A lot of our people just don't get it. All right, and not knowledge of this world. All right, because you go to university, you go to school, and a man is esteemed as he knows something. But that's why scriptures say. But in if I'm not mistaken, is 1 Corinthians chapter 3. Let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool that he may be wise. All right, just because you go to school does not make you smart. Okay, going to school makes you actually stupid. It makes you dumber. All right, because you're literally turned into a robot, and you go to a point of no return because you fully trust in a world that does not believe in you. Has not been set up for you. Okay, and that no matter how long you've been in school, it doesn't teach you who you are. Our people are destroyed because of a lack of knowledge. They don't know who they are. Okay, they call themselves black. They call themselves African American. They call themselves Egyptians. Our people are destroyed because of a lack of knowledge. They don't know. They're stupid. All right, and it's because of their heart. They've turned away from the Most High. All right, because here it is. The elect. They understand. They remember. They come into remembrance that who they really are, being Israelites, not these bywers and powers that our oppressor has given us. And that's like the number one rule. All right, you don't let your enemy teach you. All right, here it is. Our people let their enemy teach them. So of course they're gonna be, what's the word? Indoctrinated. Okay, they've been tricked, and they've been given strong delusion that they may believe a lie. All right, because that's why scriptures say in Colossians, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, but after the traditions of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Hamashiach. Okay, this is what happened to those wrong people. All right, they've been tricked. Okay, and mostly because it's prophecy that they've been blinded, that they're not that they will be converted and believe. But because of their doing, they've been completely turned away from the Most High. All right, but continuing Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6, I read again. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of the Most High. I will also forget thy children. All right. So this is what's happened, and what's happening, and will continue to happen until 2/3 have been completely cut off on this side. All right. They have rejected the Most High. They've loved simplicity. They loved their scorning. All right, they love their nonsense. They love a lie. They hate the light. Okay, that's where it's the saying goes: ignorance is bliss. All right, ignorance is happiness. All right, they rather not know. All right, so they're gonna die not knowing. All right, again, going into the Most High rejecting them. All right, rejection. To being a 2/3 is rejection, or you're not accepted of the Most High. And that again, that goes into that shame. All right, here it is. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the children of the Most High. All right, and the Most High, well, because of your ways, you've been rejected of the Most High. Okay, that's a great shame. All right, and it's because they have turned away from the laws of the Most High and follow after the ways of men. And then here the last part of that precept, I will also forget thy children. That's why you see our people getting butchered. All right, and right now it's just a small scale. All right, but ultimately, I think it says in 1 Peter, the 4th chapter, in the 17th verse, all right, judgment shall begin first at the house of the Most High. All right, our people are getting ready to be taken out in great number. All right, and it's because of their rebellion. They're not innocent. All right, 2/3 of our people. All right, they just have to go. Okay, and it's for their own good. All right, Most High said, pray not for his people. Okay, this is verse Hosea chapter 4 verse 7. As they were increased, so they sinned against me. All right, they waxed fat. Okay, the Most High has given them benefits, and they turned away from the Most High. Okay, that's why you see all these athletes, you see all these like Dr. Umar, and these type of men of renown in our nation. All right, they have been increased, but that's the more they turn away from the Most High, they sin against the Most High. That they eat abominations, they do abominations. Okay, and they don't call upon the name of YAHAWASHI. They call upon Cesare Borgia. Okay, they call upon Buddha and all these other gods that our fathers have not known. Okay, this is our people. Right, we are in a destroyed state. Okay, and it's because of our rebellion. All right, but that's why there's repentance. Okay, there's a door of repentance. There's a time of repentance. All right, time for us to be to turn back and get right with the Most High. But our people say whatever, pretty much. Okay, I'm gonna continue on and doing the things that I do, and nothing will happen unto me. All right, and that's gonna be to their demise. All right, but continuing in verse 7, therefore will I change their glory into shame. Exactly. All these celebrities, all these musicians and artists, and you name it. Again, people that have been esteemed high in this wicked kingdom, all right, that are of our own people, all right, they're going to be their glory is going to be turned into shame. Okay, because like it says in Daniel the 12th chapter, many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, that's the elect, and some to shame and everlasting content, because they receive the consolation on the side, will they be successful or not, but ultimately, they've been rejected of the Most High. All right, and they're going to remember that once they're reborn in the kingdom. Okay, everlasting shame and contempt. Okay, that's what's getting ready to happen to towards our own people. Okay, but moving on to the next precept, which is the title of this lesson, 2 Maccabees chapter 4, and in verse 15, not sitting by the honor of their fathers, but liking the glory of the Grecians best of all. Okay, again, being Hellenized. Okay, and in this day and age being Americanized. Okay, this is what happened to our people. Our people rather be, rap stars and movie stars than being honored by the Most High YAHAWASHI, being honored by the righteous forefathers. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, the prophets. And they seek after the honor of their enemies. Okay, and ultimately 2/3 of our people are just enemies of their own selves. Okay, but nonetheless, they have itching ears and what you may have it, and following after not sound doctrine. Okay, because they rather hear smooth things, they rather do as thou wilt, things of that nature. Okay, and they take it as a light thing. They take it as it's just everybody sins and this and that. They'll just have an excuse. But now understanding that the Most High is watching everything. All right, and all your little games and mind games and things you do to justify yourself, you're not gonna be able to justify yourself in that day. Okay, because there's a day coming, like it says in Malachi, that shall burn as an oven. All right, and like you read in Amos 9th chapter, all the sinners of the Most High's people are gonna die by the sword. Okay, but continuing 2 Maccabees chapter 4 verse 16, by reason whereof sore calamity came upon them. Okay, because that's Jake. That's what's gonna happen to Jake. They're sore calamity is gonna be ready to come upon them. All right, because they don't call upon the Most High until it's too late. Okay, and like it says in Proverbs 1st chapter. Okay, when destruction come upon them, and things of that nature, they're gonna call upon the Most High, but the Most High is not gonna hear. All right, because the Most High called unto them, they didn't want to hear. Okay, because they've abused the Most High's ways. That's why they shall be in pitiful case, like it says in 2nd Ezra 9th chapter. All right, they shall dwell in torments. Okay, they don't know the Most High. They loathe the law, and they saw liberty as a time to, that YOLO doctrine. You only live once. Just, build up as many sins as you can, because you're gonna just die and then nothing matters. But no, all right, you're gonna remember the things that you've done on this earth, even after you get cut off. All right, because that's why it says the same must know it after death by pain. But nothing is forgotten. All right, the Most High remembers everything, and you're gonna remember also the things that you've offended at. Well, I won't say offended, but the things that you have done. Well, I mean, you can't say offended the Most High. You offended the Most High because you are supposed to be a child of His, and you're a base. You're like the bad kid at school. All right, and the Most High has to come to school and pick you up, and it's an embarrassment. Okay, so the Most High is gonna, he's gonna take you guys out. All right, but continuing 2 Maccabees chapter 4 verse 16, I'll read it again. By reason whereof sore calamity came upon them, for they had them to be their enemies and avengers, whose custom they followed so earnestly, and unto whom they desire to be like in all things. Okay, that's why people blonde their hair. They want to talk all proper, and they wear suits and ties and things like that, because they want to be like our enemy, because they see him in power and they say, oh, let's follow after him because he must be doing something right. Okay, that's why scripture say, fall on a multitude to do wicked. All right, though favor be shown to the wicked, they're not going to know righteousness. Okay, and us as the children of the Most High, again, it's in our nature to be righteous, but that's why Most High said he made man to be upright, but they sought out many inventions. Okay, you falling after the heathen is an invention of your own self. The Most High constantly told us not to follow after the ways of heathen, because we will have a heathen judgment. Okay, which is not going to be a fun one. Okay, the Most High don't care about the heathen. That's why he cuts them off and numbers them to the sword. But that's what's going to happen to our own people, because they didn't separate themselves. They put on, they took off the righteous garments, all right, being the law, statutes, and commandments of YAHAWASHI. Okay, so they're not covered. All right, but nonetheless, continuing, it's verse 17, 2 Maccabees chapter 4, verse 17. For it is not a light thing to do wickedly against the laws of the Most High. All right, because again, our people just think it's the law done away with. No one's going to remember the things that they have done under the sun. All right, everybody is in their eyes guilty, so they might as well just do the same. Being wicked and what you may have it. All right. Breaking the laws of the Most High is not a light thing. Right? That's why, we sigh and cry, the elect, because we want to be perfect, because the only one have we sinned against is the Most High. Okay, that's why we bear his indignation, we bear our light affliction, because we sin against the Most High, because it's a serious thing. Okay, these things that we have committed are worthy of death. We're all worthy of death. All right, and that's why we seek the mercy of the Most High. And that's why it's so serious to us, because we understand that the Most High is pissed. Right? He's a very angry man, and we don't want to be on his bad side no more. All right, to the best of our ability, we follow laws, statutes, and commandments, words, and righteous acts, because we want to earn back and be accepted back to the Most High. All right, but our people, again, they see it as a light thing. They don't care. They think it's just nothing. All right, they think it's just words in a book. Okay, but again, that's why I brought out Hosea 4 and 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. All right, because it says wisdom, knowledge, and understanding shall be the stability of thy time. All right, not being in these fraternities, not being and having worldly security. All right, because Most High is getting ready to take all that away. All right, but the time following shall declare these things. Okay, and again, we're in time of prophecy. Okay, so a lot of our people, again, are getting ready to be cut off. All right, 66.6% to be exact. All right, speaking of 2/3 here in America, so-called America, like where is it? Zechariah 13th chapter and 8th verse. All right, 2/3. They're going to be left here and left here to die. All right, by taken out by these sore plagues that the Most High has ready to send upon this earth. All right, they have no hedge. Okay, and that's fully going to be in effect in Jacob's trouble. Our people are just going to get butchered. All right, and that's where Esau Edom comes in. All right, but continue where I'm gonna close out here in 1 John chapter 2 and verse 15. Verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. All right, all these Jakes and these fraternities and these secret societies, the boule and what you may have it, the love of the Most High is not in them. All right, because if it was so, they would not be doing the things that they're doing. Okay, the things that they're doing, they're not knowing that they're enemies of the Most High, the Creator, the Almighty. All right, their power. But because of the things that they've done, they're not. The Most High does not claim them. Okay, they're orphans, they're bastards. Okay, and that's why they're not going to be covered in these times to come, because they love this world. Most High said, "Come out of her, my people." All right, but they don't hear those words. All right, because the Most High said, "My sheep hear my voice." They don't hear the voice of the Most High, so they're going to be counted as heathen. Okay, because again, the law's been given to the laws of the Most High have been given to the children of Israel. Okay, Psalms 147, the last two verses, okay, has been given on to the heathen. Okay, but the heathen are gonna be judged because they don't know. They don't know better. Okay, but 2/3 of our people, they're supposed to know better, and that's why their judgment is gonna be likened on to the heathen, because they are same and same. Okay, if you get what I'm trying to say. All right, because this is what's going to happen. Okay, the Most High has no respect of persons. It doesn't matter who you are in society. The Most High don't care about this world. Okay, He don't care. So if you're in this world, you're gonna stay in this world. All right. Again, come out of my people. Because if you don't come out of this world, you're gonna be destroyed. Point blank. Period. All right. But continue. This is verse 16. 1 John chapter 2, verse 16. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but of the world. Exactly. Fulfilling the deeds of your flesh. Wanting to have sex all day, eat all day, play video games or whatever. Look all nice and go to parties and and things of that nature. All right, pride of life, living my best life. All right, can't nobody tell me nothing. Kind of spirit. Okay, and the women of our nation are consumed in this philosophy. The women of our nation are consuming this philosophy. All right, this world is exclusively made for women. All right, and the women of our nation love this world. To the point of death. Okay, they fight for a world they believe in a world that's never been for them. All right, they don't understand the destruction that they have done. All right, to our nation. All right, the women of our nation have a huge part in the destruction of our nation. All right, because it was not Adam that was in transgression, but the woman, Eve, who was deceived. All right. But no, let's continue. This is 1 John chapter 2, verse 17. When we close out. And the world passeth away, and lust thereof. Okay, because again, this world is getting ready to be destroyed, whether you like it or not. All right, by nuclear missiles, and that's just the grand finale. All right, these nuclear missiles are the grand finale. All right, this place is going to be taken out by sore plagues, just like of ancient Egypt. Pestilence, sedition, everything. All right, the Most High is getting ready to unleash these plagues in their perfection. All right, and if you're not rooted in this faith, you're going to be taken out. There's no way you're going to be able to abide when the Most High returns. Because if that don't get you, this gonna get you. If this don't get you, that's gonna get you. All right, you may escape the nuclear missiles and think, haha, I got away, but you forgot about the Most High in those chariots, and you forgot about the Most High sending down His men. All right, being hunters, fishers turned hunters. All right, and they're gonna seek you out and wherever else you think you're going to hide. All right, because you can't hide from the Most High, like He said, the eyes of the Lord upon the sinful kingdom. The Most High's eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. So wherever you think you are, you can hide in this earth. The Most High knows exactly where you are because He put you there. Okay. All right. But this world isn't for a rude awakening. Okay, especially our people. Okay, especially our people, because again, they know better. There's something in them that tells them the way that they're going is wrong, but because of their stiff heart and stiff neck, all right, and their pride, they're not going to turn away. And hey, so be it. But continuing, finishing out. But he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever. And that's the elect. All right. The elect do the will of the Most High. All right. And every creature does the will of the Most High, whether they know it or not. All right. Because every man's step, the steps of men is numbered. Everything is ordained. It's ordered. There's nothing happening random. There's no one doing, oh, there's an outlier, he's doing what he wants to do. No. The Most High written this story. All right, that's why we can speak about these things. The prophets can speak about these things because it's already been written. It's already has been done. Okay, it's just waiting to be fulfilled. All right, but him that doeth the will of the Most High, these are the ones that willingly do the will of the Most High. They understand the will of the Most High. Hence, they do the things to the best of their ability that please the Most High. Okay, because if you were so smart, if these scholars and these university students are so smart, they would understand that the things they do they become enemies of the Most High. What is a college degree to being put in dwelling in torments? What is that going to do for you? How is that wise? Okay, what is being so smart to a dead man? All the things he has learned is in the grave. All right, but again, going into the elect, their labors aren't done in vain. The things that they do on this earth will be remembered. Okay, and not in a bad way. All right, because the Most High is going to take care of them. Okay, like it says in Job the 5th chapter. Just wrapping it all up. Again, just going into that separation. Like it says in Job the 5th chapter. In 6 troubles, the Most High is going to take, roughly paraphrasing, in 6 troubles, the Most High is going to deliver thee, and in 7, no evil shall touch thee. So we don't have to worry about the judgment of this world, okay, because we're not of this world. It doesn't matter, okay? When these evil things, which are brewing up on the earth right now, when the angels let go the 4 winds, all right, of that destruction, we don't have to worry about that because we've been rooted. All right, and the Most High is gonna take care of us at the end of the day. All right, and the Most High is gonna show you who He's dealing with. Okay, and again going into that everlasting shame, you're gonna see them in the Lord, and them being protected, and you're gonna see yourself being cast off and destroyed. Okay, it's not gonna be a great feeling. All right, but nonetheless, Lord's one is edifying, and as always, want to give all praises to Yahawah, Bashim Shai, Bashim Kakwadash, the boners to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole elect of Israel. Shalom.